So I just watched this video called "When Things Get Beyond Your Control" by Jordan Peterson. It's a snippet of one of his lectures by intellectual something. I can't really see it right now. Their name is too long to fit on my screen on my phone. So, but you probably know who I'm talking about. It's a picture of a little blue brain, and he was talking about people who are high in openness, and I never really, there's the big five, and I'm not a psychology major or really deeply familiar with traits and characteristics associated with those people. I mean, loosely when you hear them, like you can kind of neuroticism, oh, like anxiety, but with openness, I always thought it meant like I didn't really know how to take it any more than no, that's not how I want to say that. Jordan Peterson's his analysis of I don't know his description of and Jordan Peterson's description of a person who's high in openness in this video. You need to stop right now. The link's right here. It's going to be right there in the bottom. I'm going to link you to exactly the point in the video where he describes it, right? And after he talks about how flip-flopping, you'll know what I'm talking about. Come back here, alright? So, when I heard that, I was like, oh my god, that's me. That's like the most me I've ever heard in that sense. Like there's always those times where you hear someone talking about a thing. Well, maybe not everybody, but for me, sometimes I've heard someone say something and been like, wow, that's me. But this time, I was like, wow, that's me in a different way than I'm used to hearing. I never really thought about um, my high degree of openness as the reason why I have such a hard time getting my life together. Like, I'm a mess. My room is a mess. Everywhere I go, my things are unorganized. Everything's all over the place. Every day, I flip between, like, learning about Python, writing music. I was, like, in two bands for a minute. Like, I just do all these different things, and I can't keep myself grounded in one thing. I have a really hard time focusing, and because I'm so fascinated by everything. And, like, that's just... I've never heard somebody take all those things and put them together for me like that before, and what I wanted to offer was a solution, possibly, because I've seen a lot of success in my life in the past, like 4 years since I turned 18, so 4 years ago, I started to become aware of how difficult, how much I had to sort out, right? And slowly I've made all these different modifications to my life, but I would say the one that has helped me the most with grounding myself, or at least one of the ones that has helped me the most with grounding myself, is modifying my environment to encourage me to have structure. So, building shelves, building a drawer. Simple. Maybe not even a drawer, just like here's one level, here's a second level, here's a bottom level, add some sides, that's it. Put your shoes on it, put your clothes on it, put your whatever on it, custom make it for your room. Not only are you accomplishing something pretty cool there, you are modifying your environment to make your living space better, right? I just built some shelves that are you know what? I'll show you. And I feel better again. So there's some of my shelves right there with my books on them, and then it goes all the way around to the corner here, and there's my. You can tell. See, look at how messy that corkboard is, and yeah. So I've seen a lot of success by modifying my environment in that way. Like when my room used to be a mess, this room used to be lime green, and it was just filled with junk. And like 2 years ago, I just cleaned it all out, and I was like, this needs to go. I just trashed most of it, painted it blue, took everything out, started fresh. There's one bed and one desk in a closet. And from there, I just slowly restructured my environment, and I feel like it's brought me a lot of mental peace, you know? I'm a strong believer that our environments have a large impact on our ability to think and endure crisis and just generally how we live our lives. So, if anyone else feels like I can't imagine myself being the only person that feels this way. So, or feels like they identify with that description of somebody who has a high degree of openness. If you feel like that, then I would encourage you to start cleaning your room and just like sorting out your environment so that way it is in order, you know? Bring some order to it. Because in our heads, there is no order. There's just thought after thought, thinking, thinking. It doesn't stop. Sometimes you wish it would stop. You're like, why can't I just sit down and have a blankness for a minute? There's no such thing unless you're sleeping. That causes problems for me in particular. I sleep way too much to get away from thinking. But, yeah. So, bringing structure to our environments. I think that's it. Short video. Just a couple thoughts I wanted to share. Hopefully, that's helpful to somebody because it took me a while to figure that one out. And I'm pretty happy that I did, though. So, catch you later.